spiritual and emotional imbalance, mood swings, things like that. Person should be alerted that something is wrong and they need a tune-up. Allergies are signs that something is wrong. The body's not functioning. It's out of balance. Chronic aches and pains, skin changes, hair loss. Hard starting in the morning. It's hard to get up. You have to have that cup of coffee to get the day going. These are all signs that the person is out of balance. If you're tired early in the day when that was not happening before, constipation and diarrhea are early warning signs. Muscle cramping and spasms, blood pressure increasing, pulse increasing, sex desire decreasing, and many, many more are early warning signs that the individual is in trouble and better find out about how to reverse these signs before it comes into an actual state of disease.
Well, Dr. Alpan, you know, you have not hesitated for your own continuing education. We know this is very important in the healing profession, but you've gone to seminars and lectures around the world to continue your own education. Now, you mentioned Dr. Shelton and hearing Dr. Sharasan back in 1970. Why did you decide to put all this into a book form?
Well, I decided that, you know, there really isn't any other book like this. And so I thought that somebody had to take all of this information that is confusing, because one person reads a book here one week,
that's right,
and then another book another week and gets confused. And so what I wanted to do with this book was to give a broader perspective, a total picture of the situation. I wanted to integrate all the little parts so that the confused reader who has read all of these books will no longer be confused, and the person who has never read a book on nutrition can now have a good integrated source of information that has been proven clinically. It is not the wishful intentions of the author. It is not something that has worked on him individually. The book basically recognizes the concept of biochemical individuality, and that each person who reads the book needs a customized regime for his success and health. It looks at air, water, food, and light sources of energy as part of the nutrition of the individual. It deals with the past successes in the area of nutrition, the present, and looks to the future as what we need to do, what everybody needs to do to make sure that we survive in the future in good health. It is written in the terminology for the layman so that it is easy to understand.
There's some books you can't understand when you try to read all the technical terms.
And yet the professional person will not be offended by the simplicity of the book. So the confusion is eliminated. And also, what's really nice about it is that it does offer the person from all over the world to have a mail-order health program. So many of the functions can be done by the person at home on their own, with the help of a professional in their community, and also through correspondence with the dental health center. So I think that that's the reason that I really wanted to write the book.
So that's why you feel it's unique and much different from other books that are on nutrition that you have read, and because you went through all of them before you came up with your own approach to writing Tune-Up a Manual for Humans. And the success that you talked about in the past, how long did it take you to achieve success for your patients?
It takes approximately 3 months to go through a tune-up regime. Basically, the environment within the body has to be cleaned up. The environment outside the body has to be changed for optimum health of the cells of the body. And it's a period of approximately 3 months that it takes to do this.
Well, we had our program many years ago, Dr. Melvin Page as a guest. What did you find in his research relative to health and nutrition that you found was most important to write about, including your own Tune-Up Manual for Humans?
Well, here Page's great contribution was endocrinology, and how the endocrine system, or the hormones within the body, which are these very tiny dosed chemical functions that control digestion, absorption, assimilation, and elimination.
And you've been able to incorporate them into your own practice. You've, of course, already explained why you feel it was important for you to use this technology as being a dentist. That's most unusual, isn't it, Dr. Alpan?
Well, yes, but there are other dentists besides myself doing this, and I hope that the tune-up manual will get other people, other professional people, dentists and medical doctors, interested in this concept of dealing with the entire regime rather than picking only one area to deal with and specializing in that area.
In the book you include various tests and forms that they can submit to you, send in to you, wherever they may live around the world.
Yes.
How long would it take for them to get back from you the report on what they must do next in their tune-up for themselves?
Well, we have people that we've treated in Europe, in Canada, in Hawaii, Australia, all over the United States, and I guess it really depends on the mail.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, again, the book, of course, is only available through your office, and we'll tell them in a few moments how they can get the book if they're interested in getting a copy of the book and how it may apply to them individually. Delving back into this technology, why do you feel it was most unique, Dr. Alpan?
Well, it is unique because it's an integration. You see, what I have found is that people have gone to this doctor or that dentist or the chiropractor and so on, and they've had certain isolated forms of therapy used on them to help them, and they've gotten some results, okay? But with the tune-up, because it is so broad in coverage, it enhances it. And like I said earlier, it's greater than the sum of its parts because it encompasses everything that would affect the human being on the planet.
In fact, in your book you talk about the fact that the air, the food, the water may have diametral effects, harmful effects upon the body. In what way? You outline it very clearly in your book.
Yes, not only the air, water, and food, but light source is a very important part of our energy that makes the body function. And so you might think of light or ultraviolet light, which many people are trying to filter out through lenses, prescription lenses that actually filter out ultraviolet light. Dr. Ott points out is very essential. People working in front of a computer terminal, for instance, get an energy that is harmful to the body and changes the way the red blood cell functions. And so Dr. Ott shows that if you put ultraviolet light over the computer, that you negate the effect of the energy of the computer, and so this then is a nutrient. For instance, if you use sunglasses and it blocks out the ultraviolet light from the sun being outdoors, then you are eliminating an essential nutrient energy source to the body. The ultraviolet light goes through the pupil and innervates the pituitary gland, which controls our entire endocrine system. And so the air, the water, the food is very important. Most people think of nutrition as just foods, vitamins, and minerals.
That's right. Okay?
What I'm talking about in nutrition is all of these things.
Well, your title, Tune-Up Manual for Humans, Dr. Alpan, is the most unusual name. Why did you select that title for your book, Tune-Up Manual for Humans?
Well, because you see, when we go out to buy an automobile, we usually get a manual of how to take care of it.
That's right.
Okay, but you see, no one has ever given us a manual of how to take care of the most important machinery that we live in, which is our body. And so it appeared to me that what people really need is a basic course of instruction of how the body functions, which what the tune-up manual explains, and how an individual can assume responsibility for keeping his own body tuned up. Just like most people like to, not most people, but many people like to tune up their own car.
That's right.
So why not get interested and excited about tuning up our body so that we can be happy and healthy within it?
Well, some people read a book and they'll be more confused. In your Tune-Up Manual for Humans, the instructions, the information you provide will be easy for anyone, regardless of their age, male or female, regardless of where they live, whether it's New York or California, Florida, Washington, or overseas. Will they be able, by following what you've written in the book and by directing their information to you, be able to tune up their body very efficiently?
Right. Even if they don't direct their information to me, They will be able to help themselves. If they want professional care and professional guidance, it's available, but it's not mandatory for the reader to benefit from the book.
Now, let me tell you right now how you may get a copy of Dr. Alpan's Tune-Up Manual for Humans, or information on how you can get a copy of the book. I hope you have a pencil and paper handy. Take down this address. Send it to Dr. Jack Alpan. Dr. Jack Alpan, let me spell his last name, A-L-P-A-N. Dr. Jack Alpan, and his address is 2440 West 3rd Street. That's 2440 2440. 2440 West 3rd Street, Los Angeles, California. The zip code is 900257. That's 90057. Let me repeat the address because many people say I sometimes give the address too quickly. So for more information on how you can get a copy of Dr. Alpan's unique comprehensive book, Tune-Up Manual for Humans, write to Dr. Jack Alpan, 2440 West 3rd Street, Los Angeles, California, 90057. The only way you can get the book is writing and contacting Dr. Jack Alpan. Now, if you'd like to get him by phone, then call 213-383-3833. That's 213-383-3833. And Dr. Alpan, if someone wants to speak to you directly, we'll be able to do that.
Yes.
Okay. Following the instructions in Tune-Up Manual for Humans, how long will it take for one to tune up the body?
Well, by mail, I would say maybe might take 4 to 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
If they come into the clinic at the Dental Health Center, as I said, it will take about 3 months.
Which is also located at 2440 West 3rd Street in Los Angeles.
Correct.
Okay. And what is the key to proper tuning up of the body? What is essential?
Well, the essential thing, of course, is for someone to read the book and follow the directions exactly, because I took great pains to put down in paper what we have applied in the clinic situation over a period of 16 years. So for the tune-up to work, the reader must follow the directions exactly as it's written in the book.
And of course, your patient care has been for children of all ages and adults of all ages and people of both sexes.
Yes. We have helped everybody in every human category.
And of course it involves a following expertise as you provide in the book, as well as watching their diet and exercise, the whole combination of healthful living.
Yes, and also what you not only, in the form of nutrition, your thoughts are also a very important part of your total health.
And that's a story from Dr. Jack Alpan, who's written the unique book, a new book called The Tune-Up Manual for Humans, reminding you that you too can tune up your body by proper living and following the instructions as he's outlined in his book, Tune-Up Manual for Humans, based on years of research. This is your host, Dr. Arnold Pike, reminding you that investment in better health and living can help you tune up your body as well.